Hello, Aries. Welcome to Moon Dancer Tarot. This is your full moon reading for October 2021. The full moon is taking place in Aries on the eastern part of the United States. This is taking place on October 20th in the morning. So adjust for your time zone. Looking at the Aries full moon, what will this energy mean for Aries? Focusing in about a 2-week period of time. What are these energetic themes coming to light for Aries? Keep in mind, these are general readings. They won't resonate for everyone. If you don't feel as if you're resonating with your sun sign, remember to check your other placements. All right, focusing in once again on the Aries full moon for Aries, please. Aries full moon for Aries. Energetic themes for Aries over the next couple of weeks. One more shuffle. Great. Thank you so much to everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed. I really do appreciate it. And let's get started, Aries. What's going on with you over the next couple of weeks with this Aries full moon? Okay, Aries. So there is a situation that there is a sense of patience, that you've been dealing with something for a while and you've been very patient in this situation. And there is this sense that there is healing energy now coming into play. Ace of Swords here means you're kind of getting some clarity. I also think there's communication. For some of you, this may involve a career with the King of Pentacles being here, career, finance, something like that. But for most of you, it's just this greater sense of security, stability, that this conversation, that this clarity, it's going to lead to a greater stability in your life in some way. And, you know, for a lot of you, this will be career. But if there is some sort of other healing, if maybe you've had a relationship that you've been patient with, that there's sense that, you know, something's been going on for a while, there is some sort of communication coming in that's going to lead to a greater understanding, a deeper healing than maybe you didn't realize you needed in this situation, and that it is going to increase the stability. A few more cards, please, for Aries. Yeah, there's definitely something you didn't know. Seven of Swords, I hate to immediately say someone was lying to you. Unfortunately, sometimes that is the case. You know, I always try to downplay Seven of Swords so people don't panic and immediately think they're dealing with a liar or like a sneaky person. But I got to tell you, more often than not, there's a lie. Like there's a definitive mistruth that was spoken. So I just, you know, let me just get that out of the way. For some of you, a lot of you, there was a lie. But the greater sense here is that there was just something you didn't know, okay? Something you were not aware of in the past. That's coming to the forefront. This clarity, it's directly relating to this thing, this something that you did not know. And it's bringing up something from the past. And there's this sense of, I think, reconciliation in some way, if not with a person, just like some thoughts being reconciled. Like maybe you didn't understand the motivation behind something, or you didn't understand why something happened. It could just be reconciling that in your mind. But with this healing card, it is a heavy sense of reconciliation energy coming in. Like you did not know something. A conversation is coming. You're going to see things in a different way. You're going to understand, and things are going to be reconciled. Now, I feel like it's going to be very much in your benefit and positive because of this King of Pentacles being here, which again speaks to your like stability, security, a stable energy. It's also abundance and prosperity, you know, so it's definitely a positive card. One more card here, please, for Aries. Okay, so some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. Um, the only reason I say that, and I always am leery to mention when there's a sign that may be showing up, because that's just ridiculous to think that every single one of you would be dealing with one sign. But we have the Devil and the King of Pentacles. The Devil being Capricorn card, King of Pentacles representing any earth sign. So I just do feel like I need to mention there's heavy Capricorn energy here. If it's not a Capricorn you're dealing with, it's just Capricorn energy. So maybe look to your chart and see where you have Capricorn, and maybe that'll kind of hint if it's not an actual person. It could be speaking to a job. That's definitely potential, that this whole situation that you didn't understand something in of, it could have been a career. It's also possible that the Devil here is just representing that there was something toxic before. You didn't see everything for what it was. There was something being kept from you. I'm trying to say that without judgment. I don't want it to be like, oh, they lied to you. They weren't honest with you. But there was, for whatever reason, something that you were not aware of that was being withheld from you. And that in and of itself is kind of a toxic situation if you're talking a relationship. So if you're not dealing with an exact Capricorn, and if this is definitely a relationship, not a career thing, then I would say it's just a reiteration that whatever your relationship with them was before, it was toxic because of their tendency to keep things from you in some way, something they kept from you. The reason it's healing now is because this is kind of all coming to light. This is being clarified. Whatever you didn't know before, now you will. And this conversation that you have with them, this clarity that comes in, it removes the toxicity from your relationship. And that's how this healing comes in. And that's why this reconciliation energy is there. All right, let's clarify the King of Pentacles, please. Why is the King of Pentacles here for Aries? Four of Rings. Okay, so assuming King of Pentacles is representing your security or the stable energy that's coming in as a result of this conversation, this clarity that's moving your way. Four of Rings is basically kind of reiterating the Seven of Swords, honestly. Four of Rings is like someone holding back. So definitely can also be interpreted as someone holding something back from you, something, someone keeping something from you. But the King of Pentacles here is saying things are becoming more stable. So I think you definitely can expect some sort of conversation coming on the heels of this full moon, where you are going to understand what this other person was keeping from you. You're going to understand why they were keeping it from you, and see that secret or that lack of information led to the negative or the toxic kind of vibe your relationship had with them before. If we're going and with more of a career vibe, if we're taking the Devil and the King of Pentacles to reiterate that this is actually involving your career, then whatever it was that was holding you back in your career before, that is going to come to light. Something was being kept from you. You weren't really seeing things for what they were. And there is clarity coming in with that situation, and things are not going to be kept from you any longer. Let's clarify this Ace of Swords. So I think the majority of you were dealing with a relationship. I don't want to discount the career people, but this is heavy, heavy relationship energy. If it's a career, I think there was a specific person you were partnering with, or idea you were partnering with. There was something that was greater than yourself, another energy that you had to partner with to get something accomplished. And there's clarity. The clarity that's coming in has to do with that. But now let's focus on the relationship, because for the most of you, that's what this reading is about. The clarity is coming on whatever it was you didn't understand about this relationship before. So if something has been gnawing at your brain that this relationship, there's still something you don't know, you're right. Just want to say, you're absolutely right. But you are going to know. This clarity is coming in. You're going to see this relationship for what it was, or what it is, or what it could be. I can't help but, go back to this King of Pentacles, Four of Rings. If we're clarifying your partnership here, we're clarifying this relationship with this person, and they were holding back before. And then once they no longer are holding back, you have Judgment and you have King of Pentacles. I think it's a good thing. I feel like they have their reasons for why ever they were holding back before, which we're about to clarify. But the fact that they're coming in with this communication, that they're going to clarify things for you and be honest with you, it's going to lead to healing and stability and good energy. Okay, let's clarify that Seven of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Seven of Swords. Okay, so Star card, huh? All right, so for some of you, the reason that they were keeping something from you is because of a past person that they invested in that apparently didn't go so well. For others, this deceit was really them kind of trying to reinvest in themselves. And what I mean by that is they lost something in the past that led them to be a little bit more pessimistic, a little bit more negative, okay? There's something that happened in their past that led to that. And the reason they weren't being completely honest with you about something was because they were really trying to put energy and effort into bringing back what they lost in themselves. They were trying to become someone who could be optimistic again, who could get out of the negative, oppressive energy that they were in as a result of whatever happened in their past. That they were trying to regain some happiness in themselves before they could find it in another person. So it's that kind of energy. So it looks like they weren't like lying to you because they're just a lying pants. Like, it's not that they're just some horrible sneaky person that just is deceitful and a player. Like, that's not this energy with these two clarifiers. This is very much they kept something from you for a reason because they were going through their own thing, and they had to figure that out first. My guess is they must have figured some things out because you have this healing energy coming in and you have this clarification coming in. So you are having some kind of conversation with them in the near future. Let's clarify your Judgment card. Things are going to work out. At least, that I can't say forever, obviously, but short-term energy here is that this is a really good union between the two of you and it's successful. You both kind of feed into each other in a positive way. You bring out good qualities in each other. It's a good match. It's a good pairing. And it's a partnership that brings prosperity just by the fact that you two are uniting. Like, that's your energy. It's a very stable energy. So it reiterates this King of Pentacles. And it's clarifying Judgment. So it's like things are being righted. You're coming together now because now you both are able to give equally to this partnership. You both are in a better energetic space. And now you're giving each other the type of energy that can lead to something successful and that can kind of empower each other. So whatever it was that needed to be figured out in the past, it really did. You weren't going to see this kind of energy with the Ten of Rings and the King of Pentacles. I don't think that energy is where you would have found your relationship with this person had it happened earlier. There was healing that needed to take place. There was definitely patience that needed to be demonstrated. And there was a lot that this person had to work out for themselves because of some past issue that kind of did some damage to them. So it looks like there is some really good energy moving your way. All right, let's just clarify Temperance real quick. And then we'll move to some advice. Again, okay, see, you didn't know something. It's good that you were patient because there were things you did not know. The moon, there are unknown things, there are hidden things, things to be revealed. So the healing is going to come in on the helm of these revelations. All right, let's go ahead and pull some advice. Again, this is them coming in. For a lot of you, this is an apology. This is reminiscing about the way things were. It's a really positive card about this past energy finally coming back around. And it reiterates that it's a really good time for it, that it needed to happen now and not before, because this being here with judgment, it definitely is that kind of energy. So it's, yes, we're revisiting the past. This is the time to do so. And there's this understanding that it couldn't have been good before. It wasn't the right time before. We had some things we still had to figure out. Again, communication. Okay, so here's what I'm getting for your advice. This is kind of saying, it's advice, but it also it's a little bit of, I don't want to say warning. That sounds alarmist because it's not a warning in a bad way. They're going to be coming in with this communication and this clarity. But there's page energy, double page energy showing up. So that means that I don't want you to jump the gun, so to speak. I think you're going to be very excited when this communication comes in, and it's going to kind of inspire you a little bit, make you passionate and all those things, and want to really kind of rush forward with this energy and into this energy. But I think that even though they are going to be truthful with you and you're going to understand how they feel, that doesn't mean they're ready to jump into something very large, very serious, very public. They're not there yet. They seem to reach a point where they understand that they don't want to be deceptive with you. They want you to know how they feel, that it doesn't feel right anymore to kind of hide it, lie about it, deny it. That doesn't resonate with them anymore. And they understand that that can't continue and that clarity and honesty is important. But they also need you to understand that it needs to be slow and that it's not going to be very fast. I see you showing up as this page of wands almost, where the excitement and the need to kind of just go for it without even thinking a lot might overtake you. You might give into your impulsive Aries energy a little bit and be frustrated when they're not reciprocating that energy. The Page of Cups is a very, very small offer. It doesn't mean it isn't authentic, and it doesn't mean it isn't, emotionally valid, but it's not huge and showy. And I don't think they're capable of giving you something bigger than that right now. So the advice here is saying, remember where you've been, remember how much they mean to you. And if you're willing to match their energy, that's how this is going to move forward. That's how you're going to move this in the direction you'd like to move it. I want to clarify those 2 pages real quick. Yeah, it's a progression. Okay, so it's showing that, these small steps in the beginning and matching the energy in the beginning here, it is going to lead, number one, for you, instead of being impulsive, you're going to find yourself very determined and very secure in the energy that you're in with them, that you're moving towards something, that there is security there, even if it's slower than you're used to. You develop this patience, which kind of reiterates back to that Temperance card, that that you're going to find yourself maturing in your energy even further. As far as they are concerned, they're going to be able to really develop some emotional maturity. So by you, being willing to compromise, or not compromise for all of you, but just take things slow and take things at a pace that they're comfortable with, that is going to help them really develop their emotional maturity, really develop their emotions for you, really come to understand how deeply they care for you. Queen of Cups is just so much nurturing, so much compassion, just Queen of Cups for me, it's just this card where they feel so much for another. So you're going to make it safe for them to develop into a Queen of Cups for you. So the advice again, meet them where they're able. Don't expect more than they're able to give. As long as they're being honest with you, that they're not withholding their feelings from you, as long as they're doing that part, you can match them and show them that you can be patient. And that's just going to lead to so much maturity and growth for the both of you. All right, let's just pull a couple more cards just to make sure there's nothing that I'm missing. We're looking just for one last message for Aries, please. Yeah. Okay, Aries. So I'm getting this message to remind you that this is going to be a little bit of work. This is going to be hard work for you and for them. It's going to be hard work for them to, feel safe enough to really allow themselves to have this emotional growth with you. And it's also going to be a lot of work for you to develop this patience and be calm and stable as you are slowly helping your relationship grow and the emotion between the two of you grow and deepening that bond. Your steadiness and your patience that you display during that time is going to be a bit of work for you because you like to be swept up in the emotion and the excitement and the passion. So there's hard work on both sides here. But if you can do that, that's how you get what you deserve. That's how you both get what you deserve because we have the Lovers card, which is, again, second time that it's appeared in your reading. So you guys definitely have love for each other and you definitely are a good partnership, a good couple. But with Justice, it's very much you deserve each other. And that's not in a negative way or a dig. That's a positive that you both are pretty phenomenal. And what is most fair to you is each other. You bring something to each other. There's this sense of balance. It's almost like, because we're talking about how they are growing their emotional maturity and you're growing your patience. It's like two sides of a coin or something, where what they need work on, you're really good at, and what you need work on, they're really good at. And the partnership between the two of you balances out. It's a really positive, nice thing to see. So don't get discouraged that it's not going to be super quick. Don't get discouraged that it's going to take some effort and some hard work. All good things kind of do require a little bit of effort. And it's really going to pay off big for you in the end if you're willing to do that and if they're willing to do that. So I think I'll leave that there, Aries. I hope the full moon is as pleasant for you as it can be. Generally speaking, if you look at the astrology, it's going to be pretty intense for everyone. So, there's always that possibility things could feel a little heavy and crazy, but intense isn't always a bad thing. And if you're getting the kind of clarity that I think a lot of you may be getting, I think intense might be a really good thing. So enjoy it, and I will talk to you soon.